Hello and welcome to Beta Feminist Podcast, the podcast where we talk about all things feminism from the perspective of African women living in Africa. And today we have an interesting topic. We're going to be talking about fashion and the male gaze. And who better to talk it out with than my very personal bestie, Joseph Ejiro, a fashion designer, curator, innovator, and the CEO of the fashion house, Joseph Ejiro. Welcome him to the show. Welcome. And then there is one woman like that her name is Chine.
Hi!
So this is a very interesting topic, the male gaze and feminism, because it has fashion underneath. It is a topic that has to do with fashion. We have a fashion icon here with us. So Ejiro, take us in. What do you think?
Okay. Speaking from the Nigerian fashion industry, I think a lot of the stylists tend to curate pieces for their clients, taking into consideration the male gaze, as opposed to taking into consideration the woman's body,
preferences and stuff.
The preferences of the woman's body.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I like to design clothes taking into consideration the woman's body. To me, I feel like the body is a work of art.
Yeah.
Both that of a man, that of a man. So when designing as a fashion designer, because I am for a fashion designer, the art comes first.
Yeah.
So I make sure that I take the body of the woman when designing the clothes as a canvas to paint on, not to fit into a certain stereotype or anything, to force into anything. Like for instance, I and Kiri, we were having a conversation about the old corset trend.
Don't say I and Chine, three of us.
I hate corset.
We're having the whole conversations about the whole corset
Trend.
epidemic, not trend.
Pandemic, like
epidemic.
it's
Epidemic in the fashion industry.
something else.
That whole trend revolves around the male gaze. Because when you look at a woman from the perspective of a man, the men are always looking at women with over exaggerated busts, and
a tiny
waist.
So giving that hourglass.
If you want to understand why what this is, you can look at the cartoons, the animated movies created by men, and how their idea of women, the image of women have always been. It's always been that. So
this is a very insightful thing.
That has filtered into our Nigerian fashion industry over the while. And one thing I've noticed about the Nigerian fashion industry, we like to overflow the trend.
Yeah.
Once the trend happens, we beat it till it dies, and even after it dies, we keep
plugging
it. So we are still plugging. People in the West that we mainly want to copy fashion from have moved on from corsets long ago.
I can't remember when last I saw a corset on a red
carpet or a proper celebrity wearing corset. It's not a thing anymore.
Another artistic way to express fashion, to dress that are beautiful, that are healthy.
You get, because you are squishing your organs.
Corset is making people faint. We are wearing G stuff and that.
Good for you people.
That is healthy. And that is still very artistic, like expresses art and fashion, and also does not pander to the male gaze. Yes, there's several ways. The woman's body, no matter the type of body, skinny, average, fat, it's an artistic. It's a work of art that can be presented using fashion in a beautiful way without it being skinny waist. Big bust, big bum. Doesn't have to be
and before I think there is always a trend that panders to male gaze in fashion industry.
Yes.
Because before this corset thing came, there was the butt padding. Like you sew cloth and then the pad bust for you.
I found that I was so like, wow.
You see a skinny
I
girl.
found that I was shocked too. as a fashion
It
designer,
was a thing. Before that one, they had the one of
the fat
boobs.
bust area.
One of the, and it doesn't even look good on everybody. So if you make your breast like cone.
Yes, because they don't do it properly.
They don't do it properly. But then every tailor then, because it was an in thing,
they
just have to learn how to do the breast padding and then the butt padding. Almost at every point, there is a trend that will come and sweep the fashion industry in Nigeria, and that trend has to do with pandering to the male gaze, because men were now saying, "No, I like big bum bum," because there was a time big bum bum wave came and swept everywhere, and it was like
it actually started with big boobs.
Yeah.
I remember when we were young, people like Kosi or Jacob.
Yes.
Had the big.
Yeah, it had like massive.
That time Lagos babes, whenever they are going for parties, their breast has to be
prominent.
Reaching your neck. Pack it so well.
They have to pack it. Then what thing started?
Yeah, those ones, the Kardashians.
First, is it the bleaching or the butt?
I think it's the bleaching.
Yeah, bleaching, because
bleaching was OG.
Yeah.
Men started saying how they liked
light skin
girls,
fair women, especially in Igbo culture.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our women are born fair, so there is a natural like a natural preference for fair. So those people who are not as fair started the whole. That's when we had all this cream from French countries.
From the
Philippines, all those kind of
Pure Claire,
exactly.
And then we moved to butt.
Clairlys. I remember I was using Clairlys then. I noticed I was having green veins. I was like, I'm already fair.
They always make you sweaty and smell and
smell like relaxer.
Bam.
So now we are
the bleaching now left, then the butt thing came.
I think the butt one was the Kardashians that
when the Kardashians
globally
popular,
they kicked it off.
BBL became a thing.
BBL lifestyle.
Like a normal lifestyle in Lagos. Now that has been normalized. Like
you get
upon every month you hear of a lady.
Someone is dying from BBL.
Yes,
it's one of the most riskiest
surgeries ever.
But women will go through that just so men can say, "Ooh, she has a big ass." And
I think that thing is a prototype, an Instagram look, body look. That's what they call Instagram body look. You have to look a certain way. Your skin has to be a certain way. Your makeup has to. So women are buying a look. The look that they know that men are looking for.
Now.
Do you understand?
One thing I've noticed about the male gaze, it's never one thing.
Oh no, it keeps evolving. How many times are you going to keep reinventing yourself?
Because let's take it back now to history of fashion back 70s, 60s, 50s, during the era of the Coco Chanel, the way women were made to dress. They wear cages, literal cages, to cover their chest. They wear cages in their skirts, everything. They have to wear like layers and layers upon layers of skirts. And then Coco Chanel came. I was like, why do women have to dress like this? I think Coco Chanel was one of the first designers to start making pants for women.
Yeah.
And she was called out for it, dragged for it, but no, she didn't change. Like women, they were always doing, and that time, era was when they had serious purity culture. So they wanted women to cover up as much as possible,
and the women accepted. Anyone they give us, we just follow through.
Because the ideal is to be the idea is to be the ideal woman, the woman that men will find fuckable. Because I remember growing up, I used to watch E a lot, and I sometimes they did some sort of documentary about women's bodies evolving. They were talking about supermodels, and then I think late 90s, early 20s, Kate Moss. She's flat, both front and back, boyish. Like from the back, you don't know this is a woman. It looks like a teenage boy. Grown women having teenage boys' bodies, but without the penis, obviously. These were the epitome of female form. Women that when they wear clothes for the wrong way, they're not showing off their body. Their body is like a hanger, a moving hanger for the clothes. So basically, they just want the clothes to show, but not. So people like Tyra Banks upset the industry because I was like, to me, Tyra Banks was really skinny.
Thank you, but because she had boobs.
She had boobs in a little bit of ass.
There was a problem. What's the other, the lady, the one that was married.
Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum. Yeah. You know, she was. And I would look at them because I'll be like, this person is actually
this is thin. Like you can see their ribs.
Yeah, but they were classified as, you know,
not standard.
Exactly.
So it's actually and funny enough, it's like women's bodies are the only bodies that go out of fashion. Do you understand what that means? Okay. Your body, the body you're born with, is like, look at me. I'm not the conventional, but it doesn't matter. Do you understand? At least the body you're born with. Even if you do much, you can't really drastically change unless, again, surgery. You go for surgery to enhance. It makes no sense for our bodies to go out of fashion the way clothes and shoes go out of fashion.
Yeah.
This year, this decade is flat women. Next decade is the Kim Kardashian. And then now we are reverting back to
even bring it. Men's standards are just the same.
Men are men.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Men are just men.
7 million years.
You get nothing really.
And that even tall, dark, and handsome. We don't even follow.
Who is the
You go and marry a light skin man, marry a short man, right? You know, it's like that. But with women, it's always changing. We're always changing for the male gaze. There was a time, ladies that had lips, full lips. It was
you
have to go and reduce. I remember when I was watching Girlfriends, and I remember Tony Child. She has big lips. She wanted to have it reduced. That was how she met her husband. And then this was maybe in the early 2000s, maybe in late 19. You know, and it was a thing that you would go for your lips. But now suddenly everybody is going the Kylie Jenners and everybody wants full lips.
Sometimes you watch makeup tutorials and there is a technique called overlining
that makes you,
and they start lining their lips from
exactly
so that they have what we call omibutu.
Thank you.
Which used to be an insult.
I think one way I one of the reasons I watch all these shows because it gives you an insight. Like I was watching Friends the other day, and this was when it was, I think, 1994, 5, the early seasons. And they were talking of a lady. They were watching a lady on the TV, and this lady had just an average butt, and they were shaming her for having. They were like, her butt is too big. Oh my god! Oh, look at the other butt, and she actually had a small butt. But then it was a crime, or it was not aesthetically pleasing for you to have big butts.
Like for your butt to actually shoot out a bit.
Yes.
And mind you, this is natural.
Even in Dr. House that we were watching, we didn't need to shame Dr. Cody that her hips were getting bigger.
And this one that has flat bum bum.
So the standard then, the beauty standard then was, small butts, slim, almost boyish hips and everything. Yes. Now it has just changed.
And they make clothes to fit the current body standard.
But now it has changed.
It has changed again. Now we have BBL fashion.
And now women are going to enhance it.
So that they can fit into the fashion standard.
And then they are making BBL clothes. BBL, there's something they call it. BBL standard clothes or something.
Yeah, it's called BBL fashion actually. BBL they have the casual dress. Like this, our corset, Owambe corset. It's BBL fashion.
Yeah.
Because it's meant to show off that hourglass shape that a BBL is supposed to give you, the fat transfer that makes your stomach tiny and flat, the overlarge hips, or rather bum bum.
And the thing is, it's not women that choose the standard. It's men.
Oh no, and men are fickle.
Yeah.
It changes.
Today they like this. Tomorrow they like. I love that booty. I love that. You go and have big booty. Then somebody else will come and say, no, it's boobs.
And then everybody goes for breast.
No, I just want somebody slim, somebody I can carry.
And then we are back to that.
Beyonce actually said something like this. She didn't like that men are the ones who determine what is beautiful.
What is beautiful
for women. And it doesn't go the other way. We don't determine what is beautiful.
And seriously, I feel so offended because women play into that a lot. And that's one of my pet peeves about weight loss. I have a very radical opinion about weight loss, and that's I don't entertain people talking to me about weight loss because it's never from a place of concern. Because I know you're not concerned. They want you to
look more attractive.
To perform attractiveness for men. And it's like, have you met men? And it's not like as a fat babe, you don't attract men. Believe me, it's a lie. Men are men. They sleep with everybody. They don't have spec. Do you understand? And if they have, there's always somebody that you're going to be their spec.
Yeah.
So, but everybody wants you to conform and perform, and it's like no, just no. So that's like a conversation for another day. But basically, wanting all women is just like we are in a North Korea where everybody has to look alike and dress alike. And
women are not a monolith.
We are not a monolith.
We can't just, they expect everything, all of us, to perform for male gaze. And the sad part is a lot of us are buying into it. A lot of
young girls.
We like to say, a lot of women like to say, I dress for myself or I dress for other women. But the truth is that when you look at what fashion has been in the past few years in our Nigerian country, it's been women literally dressing for men.
And
it's been a problem. I watched red carpet events.
A lot. Yeah.
And you can actually see when women say they dress for themselves, you can actually tell that they dress for themselves.
Definitely.
Like a married woman can confidently walk out with very part of her boobs, very part of her ass,
transparent clothes,
confidently. These are not fashion picks that are determined by their husband.
Or the society.
They tried the clothes, they felt good in it, and they just wore it. But here in Nigeria, there's one trend. And because that trend is what is trending when it comes to the male gaze,
everybody falls in line. But I think there's another aspect to this dressing for the male gaze. Because sometimes when we talk about this, the only thing that comes up is like we talk about BBL fashion that accentuates certain body parts. Modest dressing, as far as I'm concerned, is also for the male gaze.
Yes. Thank you.
We don't talk about that a lot. Modest dressing. Anytime people talk about you dressing modestly, or maybe when they say woman dressing modestly and she looks like, yes, you can still be decent and be beautiful. And then, like, to whom? Who understand? Who do you want to appreciate that modest dressing? Because it's really about the woman.
I've said this thing I just said now. I've said the time immemorial, modest dressing is male-centered.
Male-centered, really. Even religiously, people that wear like Muslim women.
Do not dress modestly. Men do not dress modestly. They only dress modestly and they dress anyhow, indecently when they want to.
When it's left to them to dress as they please. But with women, it's either reinforced by your family, your religion, your culture. Like women, we Muslim women, when you wear, I know they say, oh, hijabi is a choice. Dressing modestly is a choice. Is it really a choice? So if you refuse to, are there consequences? And to be honest, you're doing that because there are rules that say you have to dress it so that men do not see you. We are not lying. Same with Christianity.
So men are centered.
Religious sects in Christianity that say you should wear printing skirts so that you don't tempt men. So then we are centering men in how
in our fashion, in women's fashion, men are centered. In men's fashion, men are centered.
So where do we center women?
We center ourselves, because you cannot. A woman, there are very few female designers who, set the trend for male fashion.
But
even in that, very few can count them on one hand that work for exclusively male
fashion.
Menswear.
And even in that field, they do not, set the trend on what men wear.
Yes.
Yeah, you cannot say, okay, I'm going to make men start wearing veils or something.
Exactly.
It cannot be. It cannot stand. They'll be like, I want to feminize some small jumpsuit that Burna Boy wore. People will say, they want to feminize.
That's another issue.
That's something else.
At the end of the day, just find out that everywhere, even to drink water and drop cup, is male gaze. It pervades everywhere into the fashion. Yes, it's everywhere, but fashion is something that you should have for yourself. Your fashion sense should be for you.
I think in the Nigerian fashion industry, I think the designers too are also to be blamed. Because I personally, when I make clothes for women, I'm thinking about the women. How they feel
in the clothes.
In fact, in my mind, as I'm picturing the dress, I'm picturing how this dress is going to empower and make them feel. It's going to make them feel sexy. It's going to make them feel good about themselves. It's going to make them feel
confident. And all of that.
Is it going to make them feel the need to take up space? Those things are the things that come. But in Nigeria, I discussed this with you before we started this, that in Nigeria, the fashion industry tends to depend on the customer.
Yeah.
Sets the trend.
And it shouldn't be
Instead
so.
of the fashion industry setting the trend,
And then the
for
customer following.
and the customer follows. That's not how it is with other places.
That's exactly this point I was trying to make with that burner boy thing.
Yeah.
I don't think if he were a Nigerian designer that designed
Right,
that, he would gone out of the box. You know, he would have designed maybe a captain,
Yeah,
or
you know, the
something
usual,
masculine,
yeah.
something a suit. But that is how it is in other countries where the designers have the upper hand. They set the trend and the consumers follow. But here, that's why I won't even blame the designers that much, because here the consumers set the trend, and if you cannot design that corset they want, they'll go to another
place. Like, there are so many options.
But I feel like if the Nigerian fashion industry, like the designers, take a stand.
Exactly, if there was solidarity amongst them.
Amongst us. Everybody takes a stand.
No, seriously, that corset thing annoys me so much.
We need to make sure it's like, what's the next? What's for the next?
Hasn't it been 3 years?
What's 3 years?
Let's get over it. This is a public appeal. I'm begging you people, retire your Owambe corset party dress. This is a plea. I beg you people, please. Let's retire it. If you are taking a clothes to tailor now for corset, I implore you to stop. Think about what you're about to do. Think about what you're about to do and stop. Reconsider. I beg you.
I don't know. I actually have a personal vendetta against.
No, it's personal for you.
I don't think I do.
I don't have a problem with corset.
Yeah.
I just have a problem with it being
so like a pandemic. Everybody.
Personally, I like, you know, the corset. This is why white people wear corset. So like they wear it on top of dresses, all this flirty country. Like, I mean, it looks good.
Yes.
They know the one I'm talking about.
Yes,
you people know the one I'm talking about. No, you know it. As some of you, your tailors are so bad.
No, but it's right.
I know what I'm saying. I like, there's this AEC corset on Facebook. I really like their corset. Steel boned corset is very nice. You know, I see women, white women, they usually mix it up with their clothes. They are wearing jeans and wearing top, and then they wear it on top. You know, it looks fun, fashion forward. Not this one. This one we are talking about. People stop it. With lace. Shine lace. Stop it.
At the end of the day, I think every fashion trend that appeals solely to male gaze than to your personality, your sense of comfort, and everything should be eradicated. You see women going to. We didn't even talk much about the surgery. You see women doing watching themselves, butchering themselves because they feel like this is what men want. See women bleaching, and the problem, men's
idea of what a woman should look like is not always practical.
Exactly.
Because you change your body now.
Tomorrow they are onto something else.
They like long, big leg. You go and do surgery.
I think that is one of the problems I have. Like, if you're bleaching because you want to bleach, that's
a different
thing. I understand that, and I'm actually okay with that. I support women who bleach because maybe you don't like this, but a lot of women are not bleaching because they want to bleach.
Yeah, if we're being very honest.
Yeah, they're bleaching because men prefer light-skinned women. I remember on Toke's book, Becoming, she said that the men her husband then was with. The women her husband were with
were
light-skinned, biracial women. You know, all those half-caste things. So she felt the need to go and bleach so that she would look like them, and it didn't make sense. That's what we're talking about. Why are you or altering yourself, your physique, everything about you because you want to fit into the kind of men he likes? And the funny thing about this
women he likes.
Sorry, the kind of women he likes. And the funny thing, and I remember one nasty lady on Facebook, she was like, she was always constantly trolling Toke, and she'd be like, if it's because of this man that you say you went to bleach, why have you not stopped? And even though I don't like the man, one day I was like, yeah, it makes sense, because if you're claiming that the reason why you went from, let's say, chocolate to color one is because of this particular man,
you've left him, moved on years, and you keep bleaching, then why else are you doing? You're trying to position yourself for men like him.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. We don't like being honest about these things. Like Thomas said, we are all about women's choices, but your choices will always be interrogated because we live in a patriarchy. What is influencing your choice? I'm pro women doing body surgery, to improve their body, but why are you doing it
for yourself?
Why are you wearing the things you're wearing? Why are you saying the things you're saying?
Why even that long dress? We're not saying don't wear, indecent things. I'm saying that long dress.
That long covering up.
Yes, every single one of the every fashion choice you make. You buy clothes. Why are you wearing it?
Exposing your body.
It doesn't, because we're not here to say you should cover or uncover. No. That's not what this is about. If you're doing it for the male gaze, then you need to deconstruct that.
Because one thing, I think fashion is about your personality.
Yeah.
Or what you feel confident in. There are some days I'm like this now, I'm wearing my pajama button and this. And there are some days you want to wear something with
look thanks.
You don't have to do it because a man said, or they say this is what men like.
This is what men like.
And men are very, 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 very audacious. One of Flavor's songs, he kept on saying, I think in one album, he said it up like 50 times, that he likes light-skinned women.
Yeah.
And he likes women like waist 34. And men have made several songs about this. That this is my spec. Women are not nearly as audacious.
No.
And then women hear these things and you feel like, okay, maybe if I bleach my skin, Flavor might want me. Or men like Flavor might want me. Because this is what they keep on pushing out there. The more they keep on saying it, it enters your
it's in your subconscious.
Subconscious.
This is what this kind of person, and maybe you look at Flavor like a high value man.
Yeah,
he's rich, he's popular, and you want that kind of man. I feel like, these are the type of women that you like. So you start molding yourself. Again, back to the whole. There are people on Facebook that I don't listen to them when they talk about their magical weight loss or how hard they work, because every time they talk about it, they say, "Oh, when I was this weight, I couldn't wear this. I couldn't be sexy for my husband. But now that I'm this, I am 51 looking 30. No, you are 51 looking 51, but you're slim. But that's another topic.
Thank you.
But, so what I want to say is that when you say, "Oh, now you now dress hot and sexy for your husband," I don't think you know what you're saying.
And at the end of the day, their husbands look like, I don't know, from here.
The airport is not.
If the husband come into the room, the stomach will come in like 50 years later. Come on.
Early in the morning when I wake up and I see women jogging, I'm like, the husband is sleeping in the house.
Where is he? Because you're not the one that's added weight in the house.
You are not the only one adding weight.
You even have a valid reason for adding weight. The one that pays you, this is a side, the one that pays you young girls like, I like that board. No. Say why you a young girl? You like
my boyfriend has six packs. I like 6 packs.
What do you mean that board? What did he do as a father to gather all the facts? Tell me.
And the ones of I want, as I'm 50, my children are looking like my sisters. No, we're actually
you are their mother.
Gassing you. Your children look like your children.
Like your children. Like
it's
on your face and your hands and your feet.
It just looks like you got married very early. Like
really, groomed. And stay happy.
You were groomed.
Not even good.
They married when
this has turned into a beating session.
No, but at the end of the day, this whole thing.
I feel like it's all interconnected. Because everything we are doing is for male gaze.
You want to look that way so that men will look at you and be like, madam, you say it's your child. I can't believe it. They can't believe it.
They believe it.
They just want to flatter you.
Yeah.
And that little satisfaction will give you, let's say, 5 minutes euphoria, and it will die down. You go back to your boring
life. Really interrogate why you are making all the choices you are making. Really.
Is it because this is what you want to do? Or because you feel like this is what is the societal standard right now? This is the in thing. Because I feel like every time, and the funny thing is, every time I see all these women that die because of BBL, they are so young and beautiful. Women I can't even touch, like very pretty women.
And I'm like, why?
What? And maybe one guy don't go tell and say, because
you don't see your mate, you don't see this person.
Because the women look, like the normal standards of beauty. But so I feel like you should interrogate your choices. The male gaze, it's everywhere, but it shouldn't be your fashion sense. Your fashion should reflect your personality, your mood, your comfort. Everything should be about you as a human being, and not about what else any other person, especially men.
About some man finding you attractive, like babes. No, just no.
Okay, yeah. So what I would want to say is that the fashion industry will make an effort to determine the trend.
Yeah, that's true.
And when we design for women, we should design with women at the back of our mind.
Really.
How attractive they look for men. How attractive will they feel when they wear the clothes?
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be thinking about a man. In fact, I would rather a woman dresses for another woman. Because if we are being honest, women, when they gas you up as a woman,
it's from a place from honesty. Yeah. Men come
You know
from a
it's
place
for
of
real.
flattery.
They want to force
Excuse me,
you.
they have an anytime a man gasses you up, it is from there's an ulterior
Ulterior
motive.
If a
motive.
woman comes to me and says she dresses because she wants to impress other women, fine. That's
Yeah.
absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Because you know that okay, she wants the genuine opinion
Yeah.
of a
Although,
woman just
yeah.
like her who knows what it feels like to be in her body.
Yeah.
So you know she's going to get a honest opinion.
Yeah.
And so you know whatever feeling she's feeling that way because she's getting a honest from a place of honesty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like when she gets something like that from a man,
That
I
is
never trust
what a man has to say.
all
Liars.
men do.
Liars. Liars. I'm going to make a banner. All men do lie.
All men do is
I use
lie.
as our backdrop.
Anyway,
Beginning of time.
I swear.
I think
Okay.
all right, we've come to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Thank you, Gigi, for coming.
You're welcome.
And like, subscribe, and comment.
Comment.
Bye-bye.
Bye.